What's going on, everybody? It is Shane here with Georgia, not the state, the human. And today's episode, just a little pre-warning here. You guys probably already seen the thing flashing above. This is Couch Talk After Dark, but it's still light, but the context is going to be a little after darky. So we're going to hop right into this, and yeah. Welcome. Thanks for being here.
Of course. Thanks for having me.
Should be an exciting, full of wild conversations. I guess just tell everybody who you are. At this point, they're going to know who I am. I'm not really sure when this drops. This probably isn't going to be the first episode because it's going to be a little wild. But at this point, people will know who I am.
Yeah.
So tell everybody a little bit about you. It doesn't have to be that crazy. Like, it doesn't need to be anything wild, but
Right.
just you.
Georgia, just turned 35. Originally from Texas, now living in Georgia, working on post. I fucking hate my job, but I love it at the same time.
What do you do on post?
So I actually do maintenance and inspect military housing.
That sounds terrible.
It is.
It only sounds terrible because people in the military are just kind of not the best human beings and they're assholes. What is the weirdest thing you found in someone's house?
Like, just like generally weird or like...
Like, yeah, like just like anybody would be like, oh, that's wild. Like, not even necessarily weird, just like, oh, fuck.
Went to one house totally fucking trashed out, and they had a assortment of dildos in their like fucking cabinet and whatever.
Like a fucking cabinet.
Yeah, like
it was labeled as fuck. Like
no, like it. So it was a linen closet, but they put a lock on it.
Yeah, there was an assortment. Like when you say assortment,
like,
though, like
different shapes, sizes, colors, like lubes in there.
Like, so like a whole store.
Whole like fucking Kama Sutra book.
Oh, they were saying like it was.
Like there was a
like,
whole like little manual.
Like, what do you do with a fist? I thought you were talking like a Hulk fist was up in there.
Oh God, like I don't think there was. I wouldn't be surprised if there was though.
Yeah, that would be wild.
That would.
So I guess with that being said, is there any of them though that you're like, damn, I bet that's great?
I don't know.
Hopping right into it.
No, like they look fucking crusty musty, man.
Yeah, we're not like not the specific. Like,
no, like I don't know.
Like not the specific. Like I would like to use that particular one, but like, oh man,
that would be like super weird. Be like, yes, that one.
Yeah, like the one that's just like hard, like white crust from like
for sure
20 years ago.
Ugh.
Yeah, like,
halfway melted down.
Yeah, just like that could be fucking lube or that could be gonorrhea.
Yeah, I don't want to play what's that substance.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't.
Especially not in like military housing.
I had a soldier when I was in who saved his semen in a Tupperware container.
No shit.
Yeah, and I was like, why are you doing this? And he was like, I don't know. And I was like, I don't know either. But I touched it. Like, I didn't touch the semen.
Like the container, though?
Yeah, like it was like just like a little container. And I was like, inspecting him was nasty. And like, there was like in his like fucking closet, it was like the most pristine area. And like right on top, and like I felt like there was just spotlights on it, was nothing but like it could fit a sandwich in it. And it was probably an inch high. And it had probably like a quarter inch of just like substance. And I was like, what the fuck is this? And he was like, I was like, bro, what is this? Why is it just sitting out here like this? It's semen, Sergeant. And I was like, what the fuck, bro? Like, in what world possesses you to like jerk off into Tupperware and save it? And he just, I just like asked twice, and like I was like, I really don't care because it's not a big deal,
right?
But like, also, it's a big enough deal where I was like really grossed out by it. Like, bro, what the fuck are you doing?
Facts. So like A, that's really fucking weird in the first place.
Yeah.
B, that might have been his kink.
I mean,
like there's a whole bunch of like weird ass fucking kinks in the community nowadays.
It's not a big deal, but like, damn, like.
I mean, like, unless that was like his just like trophy from his girlfriend.
Weird war trophy. No, I don't. He didn't have a girlfriend.
Did he have a right hand? Did he have a left hand? Then he had a girlfriend.
He had like Wow, Mountain Dew, and denim jackets.
Oh,
Yeah.
he was that kid.
Like the epitome of just, oh my God, you're so sexy. I would like to kill myself. With your cum from the fucking closet that you stored your closet cum.
Jesus Christ.
Like, why is there closet? Yeah, I don't know. The dude was special for sure.
Definitely sounds like it.
Yeah. That's like really the only weirdest thing. I remember this one time when I was stationed here at Hunter, we all bought pocket pussies one night. Like we all like 7 of
Okay,
us.
you have my interest.
Yeah, no, it's a great show. I don't know what it was, but someone was like, "You ever used a pocket pussy?" And I think it was like around the time Blue Mountain State was kind of hot, like the TV show.
Oh yeah, I remember that shit.
I think it was on Spike, but someone was like, "We should go." So we went to Sunset on Abercorn, and we all picked out pocket pussies ranging from like $10 to like one dude spent like $90 on like
the fuck,
like a fleshlight, like back in the day when the fleshlights just
came out. Yeah.
So they were super cool and like
supersonic ones.
Yeah. And I was like, all right, cool. And then we all started this group chat, and we're like, all right, let's review it. And I thought like it would be a joke. Like I didn't think anybody would be like, oh, okay, like let's really get in here and like get this group chat. And this one dude, like 15 minutes later, once we got back, he's like, I finished. I was like, what the fuck? I was like,
what do you mean you finished?
And then one dude was like, let me see. So he sent like a group picture of like this, just I'm hoping what was just fake. But I'm certain that it was actually his cum dripping out of it, and it was funny as fuck.
Like, fucking kudos to him, but at the same time,
really
the fuck?
Yeah. So, in that same story,
yeah,
a couple months down the road, a few months down the road, I got with my youngest son's mom, so I'm moving out of the barracks, and I find out that like one of my older roommates like is in my closet, and he's like, "Hey, bro, it's a cool pocket pussy you have in there." And I was like, "What?" He shouldn't have been in my room. I was like, why were you in my room? He was like, oh, I heard you had a pocket pussy. I was like, did you take it? He was like, I just smelled it. I was like, there's no shot you smelled this pocket pussy. Like, there's no absolute way that you put this pocket pussy into your nose. And somebody's like, yeah, dude, I just wanted to see what it was like. I was like, dude, my dick has been inside of that.
Right.
I came inside of that many a time and barely washed it out.
But like, you just want to go like nose deep whiffing.
He was like, oh, that's gross, dude. I stuck a finger in it. I was like, you can have it. And he took it. And I only can hope to this day that if you're out there and you happen to find this, I won't say your name, but I hope it taught you everything you needed to know about a vagina.
Hopefully social awareness as well.
Yeah, I don't know.
No fucking clue, bro.
Yeah. Do you have any like, all right, so toys. Are you a toy person?
It kind of depends.
It kind of depends.
Yeah.
On the weather, the president.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Like if the sky is purple, it's a definite no day. If it's like, if it's green, then like for sure.
Yeah.
No, like I really don't have a problem with toys whatsoever.
Okay. Just like situational based?
Right, situational or like my partner or whoever, yeah. Because like I've been with people that are like, yeah, gung-ho. And other ones that are like, no. That's, like that's a hard pass.
Like kind of weirded out by or like, I feel like for like guys get really, not me, I'll use them all day long. But like some guys are like intimidated. I'm like, bro, it's a tool. It's
right.
It shouldn't be a supplement. It
right.
should be like an occasional, like, here's a tool.
Like, here's a little bit of assistance.
Yeah, it's like pre-workout.
Right.
So, I mean, kind of.
Kind of, yeah.
It's like wearing gloves at the gym. Well, no, because that's stupid. I hate when people wear gloves at the gym. That freaks me out. It's okay, like, if you're like a petite little person, you got little hands or something.
Right. Like the grippy gloves that you used to like weight lift or like satin white gloves. That's
a serial killer stuff. That's never seen that.
That's technically not a sign of a serial killer, but thanks.
You do that at the gym?
No, I don't go to the gym. The only cardio I do is running my mouth. So
I was like, there's no shot you wear white gloves at the gym and you just
No, I don't go to the fucking gym.
Would you wear like sticky gloves though, like to help you grip the stuff?
No.
Okay. That's the ones I was talking about.
Yeah, I know. Like that's why like
weird.
I was making sure.
Well, the white gloves that's sociopathic.
It kind of is.
It's you probably killed something.
It terrifies you, but intrigues you, huh?
No, because if I see it now, I'm gonna go up to him and be like, What the fuck is wrong with you? No, but COVID has like caused such a weird thing where people like be doing wild ass outlandish shit. Like,
Right.
people are still wearing like ski masks.
Okay, so pre-COVID,
that's super weird then.
It's super fucking weird, but like post-COVID, you're like, okay, might have a couple screws loose. Let them stay over there.
Yeah, but people that still wear masks still freak me out.
Yeah.
Like, bro, just give me COVID. Like, just stop wearing your mask. Get COVID.
Yeah, but nowadays everything's fucking COVID.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. COVID is COVID. Influenza is COVID.
Yeah, upper respiratory infections.
Herpes is COVID.
Your dog died, fucking COVID.
Yeah, you got fired.
COVID.
It's just COVID.
For sure.
It's COVID all around.
It is. It is. It's horrible.
Someone couldn't make you come.
COVID.
They probably had COVID, so just give them a break and do it again.
Second chance.
Watching this back, people watching this back is gonna be like, what the fuck? This is like what I intend every episode to be, though. Like, maybe not nearly as like.
I got a lot of crackhead energy, so
yeah, like not nearly as dirty as. This one's gonna be like a mix, but like everyone and people keep asking me this. I've talked to people all day long.
Yeah.
What's the topic? What's the topic? And I was like, oh no, dude. I'll probably start with like a question of like one topic and be like, hey, did you see the movie If? And then boom.
Right.
I don't care what happens in the next 30 to 45 minutes.
Right, because it's strictly just conversation that bounces back and forth. But with me being ADHD, like I will go from point A to point Z with like
I'm gonna go back to
15 points in between that are numbers, but then like we'll bounce back. But like
that's the point of this whole thing.
Right.
People keep like, what's the structure? I'm like, there's no structure. It's like, why are you doing this? And I was like,
chaos.
Yeah, I was like, I'm really not doing it to become like a famous podcaster.
No.
Like, cool if this was like takes off and people like love it. Hell,
right. Shoot the shit, meet people.
Idea. Yeah.
Absolutely.
But then people are like, well, but what's the point? I'm like, the fucking point is like, I run a business, so I do this for clients.
Right.
So I want to practice. I can practice now, and if I fuck this up,
right,
you can just pay me $2,000 to come shoot all day, and I fuck some shit up. So I get to test new things, like if I get a new tripod or I get a new lens, or like this is the first time me setting up using like this external monitor.
Okay.
You guys can't see, but we can see it. But so it's like nice. So if I was
like, it's a legit nice setup though.
And if I was producing it, right, I would be back there.
Yeah.
With the computer. And my clients would have this screen so they can see everything. Mm. So it would make, it's just like if you decide like, hey, I would like to see the stream live so I can glance down. Like typically for women, they're going to be like, okay, I want to be able to see myself and to check out of here. Or like other people are like, oh, I wanted some notes. That's what I'm saying. But people want to do that. Or you could put notes up. So it's just it's this thing that I have that I can just offer to. So
it's kind of like if you were to have one screen running as like a teleprompter and the other one actually doing like the feedback.
Yeah, it could like I would be running everything off of like computer my command, and then that could be whatever you request it to be as the person. And I would be back there producing, listening, making sure the mics are feeding up. Like right now, I'm solely hoping that both like I can see that it's doing it by the bar.
Right.
I don't really know if it sounds great.
Crossed.
Yeah, fingers crossed. We'll go back and I'll look at it later and just
for sure
some ad lib and pretend that it was a cop. But that's how I do it. So like the process of, I was just sitting here the other day and I was like, I'm gonna do this. And I thought about it for like 10 minutes and I was like, that's the idea. People all day. Like I've had some really good people. Like you and I have just been talking about doing this.
Yeah.
Like, I shot an episode earlier. She messaged me today and she was like, I would like to do that. I was like, when? She was like, today. Came over, told me about how her husband just fucking up and left where they came from. That episode's either already out or it's coming out. I don't know. You guys tell me if it's already out. It could be out by the time this is out. But it was cool. It was a conversation, and she was like, "All right, cool. Thanks for not being weird." And I was like, "Yeah, dude. Thanks for coming over here and just winging it."
Yeah, for sure.
I got a couple dudes that's like, "Hey, man, can we like talk about like sports?" I was like, "We can start out about sports." And they're like, "All right, bro, hell yeah." There's been a lot of people that's like that I'll probably get done like this week. And probably maybe next week. Yeah. And then there's like people that like, and those people I feel like aren't gonna flake it out. And then there's people like, yeah, dude, we could probably schedule it maybe like, I don't know, like January. I'm like, dude, I don't even know if I'm gonna do this in January. Right. Like my thing with this is like, I want to get it out now. Right. Pump it as much as I can. Because then if I get invested in it and people get invested in it. Right. Because like this is, I'm sure there's other podcasts like it, but this to me is like, it's different. It's real. You don't have like, there's not like I don't have a bunch of notes over here like you can see on this wide angle. There's no notes, just my phone and my switcher. I know, like I keep looking your direction, and like half the time I stare at the wall because that's just like Yeah.
My weirdness. Like, I swear there's nothing like over there.
Yeah, but like, oh yeah, there's
except for like your Kendrick Lamar painting.
Kendrick Lamar. My office is over
Yeah,
there.
in your office.
My phone.
But then again, like I've always been
into Kendrick Lamar.
No, like more into like eye-to-eye contact, like to show respect when you're talking to somebody.
But also too, like this concept of the couch talk is like realistically, like the thought process of this is like there would be like something on TV.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like my thought process of like this whole thing is like people are like, oh, can we be more than one person? I'm like, yeah, maybe. Let me just get like a couple. Like, let me get us. And if you're not cool with like coming over here, and I get that, but like at first, like bring a friend, but like they're gonna have like a little cuck chair over there because I don't want to like ideally I could probably put somebody in this chair, which I would probably take that chair.
Probably.
And I could angle it over so it's still in there. And I mean, like realistically, we could probably do like 4 people. I could probably do 4 people.
For sure.
I just want to see 2 people first. Then I'll like add in a third. It's like a it's like a gangbang or an orgy. You're not just gonna start out if you've never done it. I've done podcasts with 2 people, 4 people, even 6 people.
Yeah.
I know how to do it, but not everybody. I have to be able to be a good leader in this situation. You've never done this, right? You never done a podcast?
No, I mean, other than like just talking shit on my porch and pretending like it's a podcast, because we never know what the fuck is gonna fly out of my mouth.
Absolutely. Yeah, but see, so here's the thing. The thing with it is like I have to be a good leader in this world because if I can't keep it going, and then
how are we supposed to keep it going?
You're gonna be like ping pong. I'm like, yeah, I love ping pong. I love balls.
Yeah, for sure.
So that's where like I am okay to bring eventually more people. Like another person right here would be cool, and another person right there. But it has to now. I can't.
As long as you have like leg room. Yeah, I feel like that's important.
It is. It's easy. Well, then the comfortability of like the idea. Like we're just chilling.
Yeah.
But like the thing is now, ideally I would need somebody that kind of can be closer to my energy to be like one here and one over there. And like the 2 middle people, because if there's another person over there, you're not going to be able to. If it was no cameras and none of this rolling, you'd be fine. You could hold that conversation.
Right.
You're going to be thinking about like, hey, who do I look at now? What do I go to next? Like, it's a lot. See?
Pick a spot, stare.
Well, yeah, and that's
usually my go-to.
Well, and the concept of this is I don't want people to have to think like there is cameras there. Obviously, this is but like also we don't have to be like dead. Yeah, so because like I imagine as like 2 friends, like say you're like a roommate or you're just or whatever. We're watching like there's background noise I'm watching, but I'm just like, man, I was on fucking Tinder earlier. I seen this bitch and I was like, I want to eat her ass. And like you're over there maybe on your phone or something. Right. And it's like that.
Was she hot?
Yeah, it's like that kind of conversation, right? So we don't need to necessarily be like completely the whole time.
Yeah.
But it's also like, it's just, I know it's like everybody's like, man, that's the name you came up with. Like, yeah, couch talk, man. It's like if you're talking about like pillow talk, like after sex, pillow talk, it's the same thing. It's what you're talking about after sex. Couch talk is like, to me, is like, the definition is basically just like you're chilling. Yeah. And if it was a group of people, it would be great. But it's like, as a person who is going to have to conduct it, conducting one person is way easier and like
for sure
keeping the narrative of it.
For sure.
Because there's not a narrative, right?
No.
So keeping what we already don't, like keeping the chaos in line already is hard enough because it's chaos. But having to do 3 people or even 2 people.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I don't know. Like, I'm ready to like do that yet because I want this to be fun. I want this to be fun to do for everybody involved. And then for me, I want it to be like, I don't want there, like adding one more person is one more camera.
Right.
And then one more camera is one more cut. Like that's
a lot of work at the end of the day.
Yeah. And I would probably just keep the same cameras and do like the couch, people on the couch would get their own. And then like the people on, like then I would get my own. And people are like, are you interviewing? I'm like, no. I might ask you questions about you, like if it intrigues me, but I'm not interviewing you. Like, okay, today, Georgia, you wear a size 3 shoe and you have a 34-inch vertical. Tell me about that. Like, I don't like that style. It's cool. I've done
That's fucking weird, bro.
Yeah, I don't like interview like style like podcast.
No,
unless like Joe Rogan, he interviews people, but he interviews people he just really wants to hang out with.
Yeah,
and he asks them questions about their life, which is like way different. But like interviewing, like I did a thing back in like a few years ago, Small Business Mondays.
Okay.
And I interviewed like local small business owners and like so they could push it out for content. People get to know them.
Yeah.
So that was cool, but I also just was like, whatever. So like me coming up with this was more of being able to, like I keep telling people like my answer has been networking, meeting
Yeah,
people,
yeah.
what opportunities can be brought about, and who you can meet and just connect with. It may be to the point where like, I have a gathering over here of everybody that's been over here, and we're all
Yeah.
just kind of hanging out and networking, and maybe we just do like there's a giant like all bunch of us over here, and we just talk about like,
Yeah.
after a season or something. But it's opportunity for all those people, and then
Like a conga line, but
like
conversation.
a podca line.
Podca line.
And then,
yeah.
but then it's like then on that end, it's like there's all of that. Then on the back end, it's like, hey, I get to, like I said earlier, I get to practice and
for sure
not fuck up people's shit, because it's scary. Like I do photography, and like especially doing like weddings and stuff. That shit gets scary.
Yeah.
Like nobody wants to fuck somebody else's stuff up.
No, like it definitely creates a lot of anxiety doing photography.
Yeah, and especially for certain moments.
Like I feel small scale photography, like you have more leeway to fuck up, but once it gets to like weddings, bridal showers, newborn, corporate events,
anything that you can't,
conventions, you're just kind of like, it raises the bar and the anxiety.
Yeah, I like events and stuff. Events don't really bother me because like that can always happen again.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's the once
things that happen again. And I always like make this joke with every bride that I work with, and I'm like, probably won't be the first time you do this. They never like I've had like 3 like really laugh, and like other ones kind of like a little like, I'm like, you hired me, you knew this was gonna happen.
It is what it is.
This is how I was during our pre-call. But if it can happen again, I don't care.
And I mean, like going with that, how many people have been married and like divorced nowadays compared to like 1950s?
Yeah, and
where divorce was taboo, but now like talking about sex is taboo.
Yeah, and like I tell people like all the time, like I'm like, listen, if you get divorced and you have another wedding, I'll give you 50% off. Dead ass. I was like, what? I've only had like one couple that I was like certain.
That's fucking funny, but I like it.
I've only had like one couple for certain that I was like, you are getting divorced for sure. I didn't tell them.
Yeah.
But like me and my like old business partner, like we like talked about it. I was like, yeah, it was like
nah.
It was an officer's wife. Like dude was like a Marine officer, and I was like, dude, yeah, they're getting divorced for sure.
Definite divorce.
And then I was like, dude, having sex with her is probably like the worst thing in the world. Like she just has this probably like a fucking
like dead fish.
Dead fish. Like
not even out of the water, just in the water chilling. Dead fish. Ugh. That's the worst.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
It's the fucking worst, man. At least like pretend to be lively.
Yeah. Yeah. Bless you.
Thank you.
Bless you. Where are we at? All right, so I think that is gonna do it for this episode. Gotta cut and edit it all together. I don't know why I told you guys that, because you already know that, and it'll be cut and edited while you get there. But yeah, you'll probably see old Georgia back here again.
Probably.
And if she decides she wants to. If not, then maybe Alabama will be next. Terrible joke.
No, actually, they do call me different states.
Really?
Yeah.
Like if you have like different alter egos.
Well, I mean, like I have 57 personalities, anyways.
Oh, kind of like a.
But like the running joke is that if I don't answer to Georgia, they'll just call me random fucking states.
All right, cool. All right, so you guys know that. So in the comments, just what state are you in? And if you're in Georgia and you want to say a different state, drop it for her. Until next time, this has been Couch Talk.